Hey, it's ESKO, let's go, and we're going to do a little something different today. We're going to talk about the drama on The Breakfast Club. It just so happens that I have a unique perspective on it because I actually run The Breakfast Club on my radio station in Rockford, Illinois. So here we go. Here's what I talked about on my show. This morning on The Breakfast Club, it was an airing of grievances. Yes, because Jess Hilarious is clearly unhappy with her role on The Breakfast Club. She took to Instagram Live. I believe it was yesterday. I watched some of the video circulating. And yeah, she's just not happy about her role on the show. And she ain't happy about Lauren LaRosa's role on the show. Here's the deal. In Jess Hilarious's defense, replacing Angela Yee was going to be a massive challenge, as it was. I mean, Angela Yee, you guys know how great she is. Even before The Breakfast Club, she was a well-established radio personality, media personality, plenty of years of experience, and you tried to replace that with someone that doesn't have that much experience in Jess Hilarious. Doing radio is just different than stand-up comedy or, podcasting or social media. It's just a different medium. All these mediums are different. You got to be able to adapt to all of them in different ways. You know what I mean? So, obviously, Jess having a hard time adapting to radio. I think she also needs to understand that when you are on a morning show, a group show, The Breakfast Club, you got to understand, The Breakfast Club is Charlamagne and DJ Envy. Okay? As long as those two are there, it's The Breakfast Club. Now, it's her job to win the audience over and to find her role and spot and how to be effective in The Breakfast Club, okay? That's her job. And say to herself, how do I help The Breakfast Club win? It isn't just me. But I will say this, having her come on as a comedian and inexperienced broadcaster and try to fill in the shoes of Angela Yee, which Angela Yee used to do the rumor report, and then you had Jess doing Jess with the mess. It's just not the same. And that's why, when Jess was out on maternity leave, they brought in Lauren, who is experienced in the entertainment news, celebrity gossip field. She lives it. She breathes it. She used to work at TMZ. That's why she's so great at it. And, now they just got to figure out, what are we going to do with Jess? It's a challenge because, the morning show, you guys listen to the morning show every morning, The Breakfast Club. So, they have to find time to get Jess in. I would say, let Lauren continue to do her reports and celebrity updates and all that. And then I think Jess can be a part of the other conversations and do what she does. She's a comedian, Be the wild card in this whole thing. Be quick, be witty, be snappy. Have fun. Put on a show. That's why it's called a radio show, because we have to put on a show for the audience. And, either way, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So tune in tomorrow morning. Let me bring in another person that works in media, a different medium, television. He is a meteorologist, or as I like to call him, the baddest weatherman on the planet, Mark Henderson. Hey, man, have your coworkers ever gotten to like a public dispute on social media, or they send out like those subliminal message on social media throughout your career? I'm not talking about now, but in general.
Do my coworkers do it, or have I done it?
Yeah, well, I know you have done it.
I've done it many a time.
You do the hidden messages all the time.
All the time. But lately, they're not as hidden.
Well, lately you get a little blunt with it.
Yeah, the filter's gone.
The filter's gone. But like any of your coworkers, like a dispute amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Your issues,
amongst each other. No, I don't think so.
You guys generally get along pretty good throughout your career?
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's funny, it's because our morning show, The Breakfast Club, they're just having this big fight in the morning. It's between the host. She's a comedian, Jess Hilarious. She was brought on to replace the original member, which is Angela Yee. Angela Yee was like a professional radio broadcaster, like for years, right? And they brought in Jess Hilarious, who is a stand-up comic, right? So, and then, she got hired, and then like a couple months later, she had to go on maternity leave. So they brought in this other girl to do what she was doing, which is like doing entertainment reports. And this girl they brought in, she's from TMZ, so she's a pro at that. So now Jess Hilarious comes back and they're like, okay, well, what do I do now? And so like they're just she went on Instagram Live yesterday and she was just airing out all the business. complaining about everything. And then this morning on the show, they were just like, discussing it publicly as part of the radio show, which I love.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people are here. Anytime there's drama, people are going to be watching or listening.
Exactly. It's entertainment. But, that brings me to my point of like, people think that they can just do anybody else's job,
Yeah.
I mean,
trust me. Everybody thinks they can do my job.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly. You think people think they can just hop on the radio and do radio, and it's like, it's not.
Right.
It's not. Everything's different. This is the thing. Everyone wants to lump in all media into one big pot, and it's not.
Yeah.
TV's different than radio. Radio is different than podcasting. Podcast is different than social media. It's all different, and you have to adapt to all that stuff. So, obviously her being a comic, she doesn't have the experience of the previous girl or the girl that's on, that basically took her segment away from her. She's just trying to find a segment, so. But I mean,
don't tell me that you're ever going to replace me.
No, never, dude. Never. You are irreplaceable, bro.
Because I'll go public with this.
Oh, I know you'll air my dirty laundry.
I'll expose you.
If anyone can expose me, it's you.
And likewise, if anybody can expose me, it's you.
Exactly. See, we're in it to the end, bud.
Yeah.
We're in it to the end, though. But it is interesting that people just assume they can do these jobs, and you have to win people. Again, you have to win the audience over. Like, you have to win the audience over. The audience has your back. And then another thing that people don't understand is like, dude, this business media, it changes all the time. Nothing's the same. Things are constantly tweaking, and especially a show like The Breakfast Club, they're on like hundreds of stations across the country, so like they got a lot on the line. So when she's gone and they brought in this new girl and they liked her, well, you make an adjustment. You're just like, why would we stop using this girl? People like her,
That's the thing is, like, I would imagine, kind of as is the case in TV, the radio's evolving. Like, the audience is changing.
Yes.
Like, so the way you did things 5 years ago, you're not doing them that way anymore.
You have to constantly evolve, constantly change. And again, you're just serving your audience. You're trying to give your audience the best product. And she also got to understand, she may have gotten hired to replace the original member, which was Angela Yee, but you just got hired. Doesn't mean you automatically became and had the standing that Angela Yee had, who was there for like years, right? You're still new.
You got to earn your stripes.
You got to earn your stripes, baby, and learning the hard way.
Right.
Welcome to the media world, people.
Yeah. So. And I earned my stripes, and you see where I am now.
Right. You're right here. You earned your stripes on my show.
Yeah. that's yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna have a filter. I'm going to have a filter.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to have a filter. I will say nice things.
There you go, people. There's a little behind the scenes of the business side of what we do every day. There.
So let me guess. Like people come to you, and they say probably like, "Oh man, you got the best job. All you got to do is push buttons and talk into a microphone."
Yeah, I mean, people don't know. People don't know what it takes to actually do this show. It's just. But it's almost. This is what I'm saying. It takes reps, bro. It takes years to be able to do it. Making it look like it's easy is part of the job. That's just years of experience. I want it to sound like it's easy.
Right.
Because, I don't want to be on here struggling.
Right, exactly.
That's the whole point. I wanted to make it sound like it's easy. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, it's muscle memory.
Well, that's the thing. It's like riding a bike. You do it enough, and it just comes.
Yeah. Or like a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, if I take a vacation, I come back, I literally can't talk at all.
I have that. That happens to me too. Even if I take like a 4-day weekend, or something like that. Like I am driving the struggle bus on Monday.
Oh yeah, there's a rhythm to this, so that's why you got to be on like constantly.
But
just constantly
still,
have to do
that doesn't give anybody the excuse to pull out the "you have the best job in the world. You only get paid to be wrong all the time."
The weatherman, he gets no respect, people.
None.